Hey guys, welcome to this episode of the Go Mango Tokucast. I'm your host, Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have
Makotoa.
Guys, or just Michael. Welcome back. I'm so used to saying guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, on the show today, we are going to be taking a look at Kamen Rider Build Episode 3. And, man, build's on, a pretty good upswing. We started pretty high.
Yeah.
And we just keep going. So,
the momentum.
Yeah, no, let's dive right in.
The momentum
what are your thoughts?
is still building. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Like elephant in the room, or rather hawk in the room. That new form, though.
That new form really helped. I mean,
yeah,
the continual new content of his gimmick is. I mean, we're learning more about it too this episode as well, so that's nice.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is stuff people who've seen the scans already know. So excuse us if this is a retread for you, but and those of you who watch the show, which I guess is everyone watching this, you got an organic thing and you've got an inorganic thing. You put them together and that's what you got.
Yeah. Explained about halfway through. Should we start with the beginning of the episode where we Well, I mean, like, I just wanna quickly note, like, despite Q Ranger being super amazing this week with its new form, the Hawk Gatling debut certainly did not disappoint. No, it didn't.
Yeah. I mean, did it help that we watched Kamen Rider before Sentai that week? Sure.
Oh, yeah.
But it's still a beautiful form. I know you touched on it, so I'll let you touch it more. But I definitely like just the look of the Hawk side paired with the Gatling side, and we've seen it paired on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter with the bunny side, and I don't know, just anything you pair Gatling with just looks beautiful.
Yeah. My initial reaction was, "Oh my gosh, that looks like a Bionicle from my childhood," because of
there it goes. You touched it
because of the little Gatlin looking eye piece he's got going on there. I don't know.
It's friggin' dope.
It's super cool. I love the way it looks. He's got like kind of like a cyborg type thing going on in one eye. But
am I a Gatling or a Hawk?
I mean, like, besides that, we can talk about the weapon. Like, I want that toy.
Oh, yeah. Friggin' dope. Do you though?
I do.
Do you though?
It'll
come out smaller than you.
Oh, I mean, as long as it's a Nerf gun, like, it looks like it.
It's not. No, Bandai does not do projectile weapons.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I mean, you could probably Jimmy rig an actual Nerf gun to make it look that way. I don't know.
I don't know anyone named Jimmy that could rig it for you, but generally with those, I don't know. Like, for Bandai, it's mainly the sounds and the good clicks. Like, if you get, I don't know. For those of you that have handled Bandai stuff, you got some really nice solid clicks in
That's
there sometimes.
True.
I don't know.
That's true.
I like this new form, and I like this episode. Let's talk about toward the beginning. Let's just go in order. What did you think about the reveal that the daughter of the shop or the restaurant is an internet idol?
I was thrown off completely. I didn't even know what to think at first because it was like her personality was so different from what we've seen so far. The whole, like, I'm tired all the time and I want to take a nap and you owe me for this, and then it was just like, oh hey, pop idol. It bothered me.
I don't know. I thought it was like varying characters. She will do anything for a quick buck or to get something she wants. Honestly, and being an idol, being an influencer in general, that is the most, like, the best way to manipulate any sort of large amount of people. If you're a popular, like, really, it's so manipulative and so within her character for that to be a thing.
I see it. Okay.
Yeah,
I see it. It was just surprising to me at first. I'm totally fine with it. Like, especially the gags where the guys who are watching her on the other side of the computer screen just like infatuated immediately, and then suddenly they got all these people like doing research for them, and they've already got their lead to continue with the plot.
I will say this show is landing comedy far better than what have we gotten recently, like X-Aid, Ghost, Drive. Ghost, Drive, and to an extent, Gaim. Yeah, no, I
landing
like
the comedy,
landing the jokes. Comedy is great. Like, it's not that jarring stuff where they just, something funny happened. Guess we better run up to the screen and react wildly to it. Must be a Japanese thing. I mean. It's just not for me.
I remember that a lot in X8, and even in
tons of it in Ghost.
Yeah,
like
in Ghost,
unending amounts.
Their
in Ghost.
faces would be super close to the camera, and they just. But then, I mean, I'm thinking Dan Kuruto, who was doing some like.
Let's not touch that, because then we'll get a bunch of dislikes for my opinions.
We'll get AIDS, but.
That's not a joke that I don't think we should make that joke.
AIDS.
I really leaning in there.
Continuing on.
Let's see what else happened this episode. Banjo finds a lead. Well, not Banjo, but everyone else finds a lead on Bald Guy, and Banjo just right on top of it. Steals the girl's phone and chains her up in order to search for the guy in a grandpa.
Is this going to be a reoccurring theme, or like he's tied up and then he breaks out and then he ties her up and then he leaves?
Did he tie her up last time?
I don't remember actually.
I just think he escaped.
Okay.
Yeah. I do want to see. I do want to see the running gag of him getting tied up.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Sure.
Quaint.
We can talk about his vacuum form that he went over. Vacuum gorilla, not perfect.
Oh no! That's not perfect.
It's not, but it's still happening.
No. That's an intermediate form. I don't pay those any mind until. See, it's supposed to be. Oh, spoilers! Vacuum, porcupine or hedgehog, hedgehog vacuum or something.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to go over the scene because that's where we find another smash or something like that, and
that's where we get the introduction to. What I don't think will become the norm, but like something for the reporter girl to grow into, like either grow into or out of the commentary stuff.
When she's just on the scene, just watching things unfold.
And like the main character thinks it's annoying, and I feel like the way that it was shot, it was supposed to be made annoying. So the writers obviously know that this is something annoying and it's not gonna like stick around. Like they know. So if you're bothered by it, good. You were supposed to be. It's not gonna remain that bad, or at least they'll lean into it in a way that I don't know. I really trust these writers because they've done us really well in the span of 3 episodes. So I don't know.
I think continuing on from what we were saying last review. Our protagonist I'm really enjoying him.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's no one-dimensionality to him that I really like. Like, this is a dude. And it all, like, this really all stemmed back to the first episode where he didn't immediately go to save Banjo. He had to sit there and think about it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
He weighed it in his head. Do I really want to do this? Yeah, fine. I'm a good person. And we saw it also in this episode where he saves people because it makes him smile, not because and he said
interesting, yeah.
He said something really cool. It was like, if you're saving someone for an award, a reward, you're not doing it right or something.
Yeah.
Something like that. And I really like that. And it stuck with Banjo.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's right, because Banjo was having this kind of conflict. Why would he stick his neck out for other people?
Well, no, he was having the conflict because he was going to help Bald Guy. Really should have just learned his name. He was going to help Bald Guy so that the Bald Guy would testify against the Batman.
Oh.
But,
it's a trap.
Yeah. But, he should have been doing it to help save Bald Guy.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he was more the messenger than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Bald Guy, so. And Bald Guy was smashed this episode. That was neat.
Yeah.
We rarely do we have because with Ghost, we had the throwaway character of the week kind of fuel the villain of the week,
Oh, okay.
Same with X-Aid and stuff. But here it's so motivated by character and just I don't know.
Well, we're only on episode 3, so there's still time for it to just be a little bit less relevant in who the individual is that's infected.
But
so far so good.
But when they try to tie in a character of the week with the villain,
mm-hmm.
it's usually one episode to set it up, during that episode, and then pay off and lesson. But here we had this guy, along for a while. Not a while, but we've had him as part of the plot for, I guess, episode 2, and then put him back in here, turned him into a villain, and then really made him part of the story. And even Banjo's girlfriend, she didn't have repercussions in episode 1, but when she was introduced and defeated in episode 2, those that narrative stuck. It's lasting. It's it's not meaningless.
Okay.
Because when I don't know, Kamen Rider got stuck in this formula where they introduce a character and then toss them aside after because their episode's over. We don't need to care about them anymore. And we saw some of them come back in Ghost or X-Aid or Drive or what have you. But so far, these first few in build have been important to the plot. And I like it.
Okay.
I like this. I don't know. I like it having this sort of intimacy with the main characters.
Really enjoy the chemistry between the protagonist and the secondary writer as well.
Oh, always.
It's really good to see. And then the what was her name again? Girl with superpowers who's fueling the machine.
Right, I didn't learn her name yet.
Yeah, I don't think they said it too many times, but she's great too. And I love you're right. The comedy is on point this episode, and
oh yeah, her demon form.
When she threw he's like, "I'll cut you," or when she walks over his body on the floor. Okay.
I mean, definitely, all of this could definitely change. I don't doubt that, but I don't know. There's something about the way they're telling the story that makes me feel very safe.
Also, it's tight right now. There's no 50 different characters and confusing, oh, wait, who's who? Wait, who's this? Why is...
Yeah, and details are being, it's really... I'm glad we have a character that's, actively trying to figure out what's going on, so we learn with them, and it feels like we're accomplishing something with them as well.
Yeah. I am comparing to X-Aid because at the beginning of that show, it was difficult to keep track of who was who, and also what.
Oh, that's only because you're racist.
Oh, okay. and also because like they didn't do a lot of explanation. There would be like a conflict with one of the with the dark X-Aid rider, and then he'd just beat them and then leave and wouldn't finish them off, and then just be like the next conflict they just beat him and leave, and for no apparent reason seemingly at times. But that was the growing pains that X-Aid had. Some would say
I really don't want to touch on X-Aid anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do see what you're saying. Like this, the fights seem like they are important to the plot. I'm following like the overall story
right now.
Yeah, and they're not just throwaway. And the smash that we fought this episode before Bald Guy, that led to a very important ally now for the rest of X8. So, jeez, you got to stop saying X8 for the rest of Build. Yeah. And not just this episode, they now have a passageway to get to, like, they are placing characters, like the Villains of the Week characters, in very specific spots to help benefit Build. It's really cool.
Yeah, they didn't waste the character. She wasn't just another bystander who didn't like.
And also, what the hell is with the wall? Does it just dip? Does it just dip in a spot? What the hell?
Yeah,
what's going on?
That's a good question. I hope we find out the answer to that one. Also, the fight scene at the end was pretty good.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed that. Even the CG part where he goes up in the sky.
Yeah, so this I feel like is I really hate the equations flying everywhere, mostly because I'm an engineering major. I gotta deal with those all the time. I don't want to see them anymore. And also, what the hell? Where do they come from? And also, you're freaking about physics, and this is happening, and you. So I saw like the whole sphere appear around him, and it kind of created this cage or this I guess this area where he could shoot the hot Gatling bullets into, and I don't know. I thought that was the best visual representation of
so far of
the whole math, the physical math appearing.
Equations in reality.
Yeah. Whenever if you're ever confused at when math is applicable to real life, it's it just shows up randomly. Oh God.
Whenever your math teacher was telling you, you'll use these equations, these complex equations in real life. Don't worry. This is what they meant.
Yeah, exactly. You use them to do your combo finisher.
Yeah. Seriously.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that was Build. And Build was good. Build has been consistently good with 3 episodes.
Yeah.
I can say that with a bit more weight behind it, because like we're 3 episodes in. Mm-hmm. Like, if you have episode 1, like that could have just been a fluke. Episode 2 might be the start of a pattern. Might also be a what is it? A coincidence. But 3, that's a pattern. And I'm liking this pattern.
It's a good pattern.
Yeah, it's a good pattern.
Yeah.
Let's build on that. Anyways, guys, I think that just about does it for our coverage of Kamen Rider Build. If you liked this episode, hit that like button and talk to us in the comments down below. Tell us what you thought about this episode. Let's talk about that new form, though. There's some good stuff. Also, we got this working. So, up in this eye icon you see here, you can click it and you can go to our Kamen Rider Build watch along. Or if you want to watch some Q Ranger, if you're catching up with Q Ranger episode 30, you can click that button again, because it's different now, to watch that watch along, or you can watch the review for it. Yes, click it, do all that fun stuff. Subscribe if you want to hear more from us each week. Oh yeah, all the links to our social medias are in the description down below, along with the Discord chat, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, guys, I think of that just about does it. Stay juicy.
Later.